DETV News is powered by DART, Delaware's transit service. Moving forward.
Coming up tonight, a major strike shuts down East Coast ports, threatening to disrupt the nation's supply chain. How it will affect us in the first state. Plus, Delaware residents can now have their favorite cocktails delivered right to their door. That's right, how you can take advantage of the convenience. And Nick and Shakara are here live with your up-to-the-minute weather and sports reports. All that and much more coming up tonight on DETV News. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us for DETV News this Tuesday. I'm Matt Ford. Thanks for joining us tonight. Over 45,000 dock workers at ports along the Atlantic and Gulf Coast, including right here in Wilmington, went on strike early today over wages and automation concerns. The strike, led by International Longshoremen's Association, impacts 36 ports and could disrupt the nation's supply chain if prolonged. The work stoppage affects major ports from Maine all the way down to Texas, halting nearly half of U.S. goods imported by sea. International Longshoremen's Association members here in Wilmington gathered just after midnight this morning, holding signs that read, "No work without a fair contract," and "Fight automation, save jobs." Joining the workers in a show of support was Matt Meyer, Newcastle County executive and candidate for governor. The strike comes as negotiations with the U.S. Maritime Alliance stalled, with the Longshoremen's Association rejecting a 50% wage increase offer, pushing for 77% over the next 6 years and a ban on automation. The strike is expected to delay imports of key goods like bananas and some holiday products, with experts estimating it could cost the economy billions if it continues. Experts also warn the strike could cost the U.S. economy up to, listen to this, $540 million a day, and cause delays in essential imports from electronics to bananas. The Longshoremen's Association has committed to continuing military cargo operations and maintaining cruise ship services. To other news, the Dover Police Department is investigating a shooting that resulted in the death of a 50-year-old man. Police received a report of gunshots that happened on South Governors Avenue. The victim had sustained several gunshot wounds to his upper body. They were transported to an area hospital and later airlifted to Christiana Hospital for additional treatment. We are sad to report the victim has died as a result of their injuries. Their name is being withheld until the family is notified. Of course, the investigation is ongoing, and anyone with information about this is asked to contact the Dover Police Department. Their number, 302-736-7130. Callers may remain anonymous, and police want to let you know that a cash reward is possible for information leading to an arrest there. And a 13-member swift water rescue team from here in the first state is assisting recovery efforts in North Carolina following severe flooding from the remnants of Hurricane Helene. Deployed through the Emergency Management Assistance Compact, the team arrived on Saturday. Working out of western North Carolina, the team is aiding local authorities overwhelmed by the storm's aftermath. Delaware Emergency Management Agency Director A.J. Shaw said that there were smiles and tears as they arrived. The crew works from dawn till dusk, tackling challenging rescue missions, including ferrying isolated residents across rivers. Due to damaged communication systems, Shaw says he only receives limited updates from the team. The unit, which is comprised of firefighters, EMS personnel, and state workers, is scheduled for a 10-day mission. And in other national news today, Jimmy Carter turned 100 on Tuesday, becoming the first U.S. president to live a full century. The Georgia native has spent the last 19 months in hospice care at his Plains home. Despite his health challenges, though, Carter continues to inspire as a former president and Nobel Peace Prize winning humanitarian. His life has been marked by service from his presidency from 1977 and 1981 to his founding of the Carter Center with his wife Rosalind, who passed away last November. President Joe Biden praised Carter's unwavering belief in human goodness in a tribute. Celebrations included a Habitat for Humanity project and a musical gala in Atlanta, reflecting Carter's legacy and service, as well as global impact. And back here at home, the city of Wilmington is proposing new zoning rules as it prepares for the upcoming issuance of marijuana business licenses coming in November. Mayor Mike Przicki announced the plan, which would restrict marijuana businesses from operating near residential areas and schools. Well, under the proposal, cultivation and manufacturing would be confined to specific manufacturing districts, heavy commercial areas, and waterfront zones. Additionally, no marijuana retail shops would be allowed within 1,200 feet of another shop of the same type or within 100 feet of homes or K-12 schools. The City Planning Commission will review the proposals before it goes to City Council for a vote. That's going to be next month. Moving on to alcohol now. Delaware residents can now enjoy their favorite cocktails and boozy milkshakes delivered right to their homes, thanks to a recently signed bill introduced by Senator Jack Walsh in June of last year. The bill allows adults ages 21 and older to order alcoholic beverages from local establishments through third-party delivery services. You know them as DoorDash and Uber Eats. The bill passed with overwhelming support, culminating in Governor John Carney's signature just last week. While delivery drivers can now carry alcohol, there are strict regulations to prevent underage access and ensure responsible service. Notably, the law only permits deliveries from licensed Delaware establishments, so don't expect to order drinks from out-of-state bars. Cheers to the delivery options now in the first state. And the Delaware Department of Natural Resources and Environmental Control has released results from a 2022 study on PFAS in the state's surface waters. PFAS, often called forever chemicals, were detected at varying levels in all 83 water samples taken from 33 watersheds. This baseline data will help state scientists track future trends and guide follow-up actions. Elevated concentrations were found in Red Clay Creek, Hershey Run, Long Branch, Shellpot Creek, Little River, and St. Jones River in Kent County. A DENREC hydrologist highlighted several what he calls oblivious anomalies in the data. The department is investigating the sources and potential impacts of PFAS pollution. Additional studies are currently underway. And speaking of DENREC, the Cesar Rodney Institute is suing the Department of Natural Resources and Environmental Control over plans to bring a power line ashore from an offshore wind project. Filed by the Brady Legal Group, the lawsuit claims DENREC lacks the authority to grant permits to U.S. Wind for transmission lines at 3R's Beach and substation near Indian River Power Plant. The suit argues required approvals and reports are missing. Attorney Jane Brady says DENREC should comply with state regulations. David Stenson of the Cesar Rodney Institute adds that Delaware is taking risks for a project benefiting Maryland. DENREC and U.S. Wind have not made a comment on this. And the updated West Side revitalization plan is ready for public review, and residents are invited to celebrate at an open house that's this Thursday, October 3rd, from 6 to 8 p.m. at Solomon's Court. That's at 1512 West 4th Street. This free event will feature food and family-friendly activities. The West Side Grows Together initiative has engaged local residents and stakeholders over the past year and a half, gathering feedback to enhance the plan. The president of the steering committee praised the collaborative effort, emphasizing its impact on community growth and inclusion. For more details and to view the updated plan, simply go to westsidegrows.org/plan update. To other news now, an 80-year-old man was fatally struck by a car Monday afternoon while attempting to cross Route 13 near Headington Road, that's in Newcastle. State police responded to the scene just after 2 in the afternoon and reported that the man was not using a crosswalk when he entered the northbound lane. Despite the driver's efforts to swerve out of the way, the collision was unfortunately unavoidable. The driver, a 40-year-old Smyrna resident, was unharmed. Authorities will release the victim's identity again after notifying family. And Newcastle County Police have arrested 31-year-old Franklin Nambariga in connection with an alleged sexual assault reported on Thursday. Police say he approached a victim in a common area at an apartment complex off of Route 273 between Newcastle and Christiana. He allegedly inappropriately touched the victim, blocked their escape, and then exposed himself. He was taken into custody Saturday and faces charges of unlawful sexual contact and kidnapping. He is being held at the Howard R. Young Correctional Institution. No further details have been released. about this incident at this time. Now to some lighter news now. As autumn settles in, clear skies and cooler temps are on the horizon. Our Shakara Denise is here live in studio. Let's find out what you can expect for the week ahead. Hey, Shakara.
DETV News Weather is brought to you by Real Life Prosthetics. Live life fully with Real Life Prosthetics. Your ability is our mission. Hey Matt, and good evening DETV fam. Yes, autumn is here. I'm representing by wearing orange. So I'm so excited for autumn. Let's dive right in. So we are sliding into that cozy fall feeling with clear skies and a low of 56 degrees. Now, for those parents who will be outside waiting for the kids to finish practice, like myself, you will want a light jacket or sweater and maybe pick up a nice cup of your pumpkin spice coffee. So get ready because we're about to see a string of some nice weather and the sun will be gracing us with her presence. On Wednesday, fall is in full swing with partly sunny skies and a high of 72 degrees. By the evening, things will cool down to around 53 degrees. So get out and enjoy the crisp fall day, maybe do a little pumpkin picking or a walk in the park. Autumn is here, everyone. So enjoy. Back to you, Matt.
Shakara, thank you. I actually picked up my Halloween candy yesterday. I'm going to try my best not to open it. Thank you. Making other headlines today, a Delaware nonprofit, First State Educate, is partnering with the Scripps National Spelling Bee to expand its spelling bee program. This partnership allows Delaware students in grades 4 through 6 from schools that can't enroll in Scripps to compete in a statewide spelling bee next February. The top participants will advance to the regional competition with a chance to reach the 2025 Scripps National Spelling Bee. Registration is open until December 7th for interested students. And Governor John Carney signed a package of bills to improve the sustainability of Delaware's retiree health care benefits. The legislation focuses on funding the state's other post-employment benefits trust fund, which pre-funds future retiree health care. Delaware has long faced a multi-billion-dollar liability, currently at $8.6 billion. The new laws require the state to increase contributions to the trust fund and make changes to benefit eligibility for future retirees. Carney will also allow House Bill 377 to pass without his signature, despite concerns it may limit future health care changes. To some follow-up on the primary election here, Delaware's 36th District Representative Brian Shoup has confirmed his win in the Republican primary after an audit of election results. Shoup's 12-vote lead over Patrick Smith led to the audit requested by Shoup after concerns were raised. The audit verified 81 absentee votes for Shoup and 33 for Smith. Smith did not attend. Shoup will now face Democrat Roni Balthazar Lopez in November's general election. Shoup thanked the Department of Elections for transparency. And speaking of wins, it's been an exciting weekend for high school sports, and we've got plenty to cover from football to field hockey, so let's get to it. Hey, Nick, how's it going?
Hey, Matt, thank you very much. It is once again that time, the fall sports season in full swing, so let's begin. Every week we do like we do here on Tuesdays and dive right into the scores and recaps courtesy of the DIAA. Well, today we're going to begin with field hockey and boys soccer. That recap is going to be put on your screen right now as we speak. You will see it. And let's run just through some of the scores here. William Penn over Hodson, 4-1. St. George's over Christiana, 9-0 there. 2-0 Telgassil over Newark. Odessa and Middletown picking up wins downstate. Cape Henlopen with a 6-0 win over Tower Hill, and the Newark Charter and Woodbridge rounding out your field hockey scores here from over the weekend. Now to some boys soccer. Newark over AI DuPont, 5-1. Christiana over Hodson, 6-0. Seaford over Delmarva Christian, 7-0. A tie between Dover and William Penn, 2-2. And the Newark Charter and William Friends, they tie at 0-0. But we also have our first edition of the Delaware Live Sports Field Hockey Rankings. So we're going to get that for you here right now as well. You will see the top 8 in Division 1 and the top 10 here in Division 2. So for Division 1, it's Cape Henlopen once again sitting at the top of the rankings there at number 1, followed by Milford at 2, Smyrna at 3, the Charter School of Wilmington at 4, Odessa and Middletown at the 5-6 spots, and then Sussex Tech and Caesar Rodney rounding out Division I there at 7 and 8. On to Division II, of course, Delaware, as always, they're sitting up at that top spot, followed by the Patriots of Newark Charter at number 2, Sussex Academy 3, Caravel Buccaneers at 4, and Wilmington Friends at 5. At 6, 7, 8, it's Indian River, St. Mark's, and Archmere, and then rounding out your top 10 in Division II field hockey, Lake Forest and Tower Hill. So now we're going to keep it rolling with some other sports here in our fall season, as we're going to take a look at, of course, now volleyball. We're going to try to get through all these fall sports here for you and get you these scores from the weekend. For volleyball, you'll see that on your screen here. It begins with Del Castle and Newark. Del Castle with a big 3-1 win. St. George's gets a win. Christiana over William Penn 3-0. Ursuline, after that tough loss to St. Mark's last week, they're able to rebound with a 3-0 win over William Penn. St. Andrews 3-0 over Sanford. And then Middletown, Padua, and Newark Charter getting some wins there as well. Well, that'll take us through some of our sports. Let's now finish off with our football recap and some scores from up and down the state here from over the weekend. So let's take a look at the football recap. Every game from the weekend will be on this image that you're seeing right here now, once again courtesy of the DIAA. Archmere gets a win over Newark. Tatnall, and as you see, Christiana and Middletown. St. Mark's with a close one with a 36-34 win over Red Lion. As you go up and down there, Brandywine gets a win over Conrad, Sussex Central over DMA. Of course, some big-time games from last week there on your screen now. And with that being said, we're going to take a look now at the Football Super 7 rankings across the board in Class 1A, Class 2A, and Class 3A. Well, let's begin with Class 3A. It all looks like this. Sally's your defending champ, still at number 1. Sussex Central, Apo, and Middletown, followed by Smyrna, St. Mark's, and St. George's. For Class 2A, once again, it's your defending state champs in Caravel, followed by the number 2 seed in Archmere, who Caravel got a big win over them this past weekend. Woodbridge, Red Lion, DMA, Laurel, and Delamar. That takes us to Class Single A with Indian River sitting atop. Number 2, Tatnall, the defending champs there. That class, Polytech, First Aid Military, Christiana, Brandywine, and St. E's. So a lot to recap there over the weekend. We got your rankings, we got your scores, but high school sports aren't the only thing that's heating up right now, as the calendar has officially turned to October, and by that I mean Red October. Last week, the Phillies, they wrapped up their first division title since 2011, and on Saturday, they will begin another postseason quest for that championship. They await the winner of the Brewers-Mets series that's getting underway here this evening. They will get them in the NLDS. Game times are yet to be announced for this weekend, so stay tuned to figure those out. That's going to take us now to our top 4 plays of week number 4 here in our high school sports, and we got it running in the family. A little special preview to Shakara here tonight. We got some family of hers here on the top plays, but let's get started. At number 4 from Brandywine is going to be Chase Beauperant to Kassir Williams. A big matchup here, matinee on Saturday against Conrad of last week. Beauperant drops back and hits Williams in stride. He's going to do the rest, showing off the speed as he gets to the sideline and into the end zone. A big play there at number 4 for the Brandywine Bulldogs. And we're going to stick with them because they got the play at number 3 as well. This time they're going to do it on special teams. It's going to be Anthony Drummond here back to receive this kickoff. A nice kick by Conrad. He's going to have it. Heels at the 20, and then he's going to find a crease, make a few guys miss, and he's a track star as well, going to show it on the football field. He's going to turn on the Jets. See you later. Anthony Drummond takes that kickoff back for a big-time score for Brandywine. So Brandywine with 2 plays there, number 4 and number 3. But here we go to Howard for Brian Jamison to Benson here from last Thursday night, 99 yards. Here's Jamison going to let this one fly. Check out the arm on the money as Benson has it on the sideline. Shout out to Shakara there as he keeps it going into the end zone. 99 yards for your number 2 play. And then we're going to just stick with the Wildcats here at number 1. Amir Madri, and it's the Howard defense. An 80-yard fumble return for a touchdown here. As you see the play made, ball is loose. He's going to scoop it up, and then the defense going to take it down the sideline. Madre showing off the speed. Nobody going to catch him on that Dover side, and he is going to walk into the end zone with a few teammates right behind him there. So that's your top 4 plays from last week. We got your scores. We got your recaps. Matt, back to you.
Man, Nick, do you sleep this time of year? I don't know how. Very good. Thank you so much. In other news tonight, Chadds Ford Winery, a staple of the Chadds Ford community since 1982, has a new owner. Brock Vinton of the Wilmington-based Commonwealth Group, known for founding White Horse Winery in New Jersey, purchased the 5-acre property for an undisclosed amount of money. His son, B.J. Vinton II, will lead operations at the Pennsylvania winery. White Horse, celebrated for its estate-grown wines, plans to enhance Chadds Ford's premium dry wine offerings. The two wineries will operate separately while looking forward to exciting improvements at Chadds Ford, which produces 24,000 cases annually from grapes in several states. And finally tonight, some good news for foodies out there or people who just want to enjoy a good meal out. Take a listen. Wilmington City Council and the Office of Economic Development are teaming up with the Delaware Black Chamber of Commerce for the second annual Wilmington Black Restaurant Week, running from September 29th to October 5th. That's this week. This week-long celebration highlights Delaware's vibrant Black culinary culture while supporting local restaurants. Residents are encouraged to visit participating eateries for dine-in, takeout, delivery, and of course our food trucks. Join the fun and savor the flavors that bring the community together. Sounds like I have dinner plans tonight. That's going to do it for this edition of DETV News. Don't forget to follow us all across your social media platforms for updates on what's happening all around Delaware. And if you have a comment, question, sports tip, or news tip, feel free to send it our way. That's press@detvch.com. For Nick, Shakara, and all of us here at DETV News, I'm Matt Ford. We'll see you again back here tomorrow night. We don't talk about prostate cancer enough, and it's the most diagnosed form of cancer and the second most common cause of cancer death among Black men in both Delaware and the United States. Approximately 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime, but just by asking your healthcare provider if you should get a screening could help you detect prostate cancer early and save your life. So let's talk about it. Talk to your healthcare provider today about a prostate cancer screening if you are 40 years of age or older, or have a family history of prostate cancer. If you don't have insurance, or if your insurance doesn't pay for cancer screenings, Screening for Life may provide you with the screenings that you need, and Nurse Navigators make this process easier. To learn more, visit healthydelaware.org/prostate or call 211. Ask your healthcare provider about a prostate cancer screening, and you're asking for so much more.
My name is Jason Aviles, and I am the founder and owner of Fly Yogi, and I'm here to share with you some tips to be able to help fight opioid addiction. Opioid addiction is a real growing problem here in America, and I'm here to share with you some tips that you can be able to integrate into your everyday life to really fight against opioid addiction. One of the first things is redeveloping your mindset. One of the practices that I like to use daily is meditation. And what meditation does is it brings you clarity of mind, and it helps keep you grounded, and it improves your ability to make decisions that you are going to benefit from. A lot of the time we find that addiction is rooted in our mindset. It's rooted in how we think and how we perceive, and therefore how we act. So this is a really good way to help fight against that energy of addiction. The second thing is improving your lifestyle through diet and exercise. At the very root of addiction, there is substances within the body that's causing the addiction on a physical level. When we begin to introduce healthier foods, plant-based foods, we begin to remove and detox the substances that are in our body that's causing and attracting the addiction. So through incorporating more fresh fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, and even drinking water on a daily basis, you're gonna put your body in a state where it's going to be able to fight the root causes of these addictions. The second part is exercise. Exercise is good for mood. It's good for energy. It's good to increase vitality. It's good to get your heart pumping and get your blood flowing and get oxygen moving throughout the body. So through engaging in physical exercise, complemented by incorporating healthier foods, you're putting your body and your mind in a state where it does not want what's causing these things that are manifesting negatively in your life. So addiction can really be decreased by just incorporating a healthier lifestyle through diet and nutrition, exercise, and then also making sure that you're tackling the mind through mindset, through meditation.